We're here at SunGard London City Days, and I'm talking with Olivier Gveris of the Qatar Exchange. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit about Egypt and North Africa and Qatar Exchange in that region. So Egypt made the news a few months ago due to political developments. How did Qatar Exchange see this as a opportunity for growth? What are you guys doing now?
Well, I think Qatar was not in the news, and that's very good news. Like pretty much like all the other countries were in the news for unfortunately bad reasons. And what's happened is after a while, like most of the international investors who had fled the market en masse, then they, the dust settled a bit, and they realized that actually there are two countries in the region where, it's extremely stable politically, socially, and that are good places to invest. There's UAE, and obviously Qatar is the other one of them.
I mean, the electronic trading and electronification of markets is a big topic in Europe and in the US. But I mean, how from an infrastructure perspective, how is that growing, electronic trading in the region?
Well, it's growing big time. The thing is now we have this strategic partnership with NYSE Euronext that was signed 2 years ago. And that strategy goes way beyond the exchange itself. It's really to create a powerhouse of a financial marketplace in Doha for the whole Gulf region. And electronic trading and STP, DVP, this is obviously part of this. The main reason actually why we're present here in London today is because we'll be starting the DMA service, hopefully just at the end of summer. So we're here to start getting into relations with potentially people who can access the market directly from London and from Europe using our infrastructure.
So, I mean, there's a lot of talk about the Gulf region right now for political reasons, but where do you see Qatar Exchange and where do you see that region in the next 5 years from now?
Well, I think the investments in the region are just going to go through the roof. I think, there's a number, it's getting harder and harder to invest here in Western jurisdictions. It's also harder for a number of categories of market players to do their job efficiently here or in the US, like liquidity providers, market makers. So these categories of people, they're looking for new uncharted territories where they can do an efficient business. And obviously, they're looking at the GCC region for a number of obvious reasons, is that there is growth in the GCC region. There is stability in most of the countries, like Bahrain is the only one that's had a major issue. And it's a healthy and stable environment to conduct business. So
that sort of goes into what Jim O'Neill from Goldman Sachs Asset Management just said in the keynote speech, that when you think of the global economy, a lot of people think the Western economy, but in fact, the other areas of the globe are growing pretty well.
Well, it is very important. I mean, the GCC as a whole is doing very well economically. And also the GCC is ideally located, in terms of the just pure geography. That's something the local airlines have figured out a long time ago, is that we're right between Europe and Asia. And actually we are in Asia, the Middle East is part of the Asian continent, and we also see that a lot. And Asia is where the future of the world is being written today. So it's an ideal sort of place, an ideal location to conduct business.
Thank you very much.
You're very much welcome.